Hi, I'm Noémie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this new monthly vlog. I really tried not to do this, but it's happened. I had to lighten my YouTube calendar. I really tried to keep one video a week. So for example, except if I end up having more time and do more videos, but the way it's planned now is that some of the monthly vlogs are going to happen on a Monday, and so it's going to be the video of the week and you won't have the extra Friday video as the vlog. And also I have something I try to not do. Milo's here. And I really try to make it work, but the laundry series, it's just not possible. I need a bit of space to be able to explore and to learn, and it's just not working. So I prefer doing this series justice. I really want to learn about laundry, and here I feel like it would just be trying to do as much as possible as quickly as possible, and it's just not what I want to do. So I think in the coming weeks it's going to be very little sewing, like sewing. It's going to be, sewing related, but yeah, I'm not going to produce that much because I'm just going to produce for Kinky Boots, which is a video in itself. So you'll have a Kinky Boots video. But so after Kinky Boots is done, it's going to be end of November. Then December, I have quite a few exams and I'll have to finish my Victorian stays. So I think that's also going to be quite a bit of work, but I'll see how much I can show about that. Maybe some of it is interesting. So if there's anything I can show, that's going to end up in a video. It's just hard to plan that because I have no clue how it's going to go. And then we are overseas for the festive season. And so regular content should be back kind of in January. And in the meantime, I hope you understand, and I'm really trying to do my best to keep regular videos, but also to make it doable because yeah, I'm just back from rehearsal, so you will see this in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a week in my life as a student, costume, everything I do, and you'll see I just came back from rehearsal with so many costumes, and I was just like, I need to cancel everything I was planning to sew for myself. There's just no way. There's so much to sew. So yeah, that's the update. I'm sure you're going to be super understanding, but I still wanted to tell you so that you know what to expect and it's going to be a little bit of a lightened load, and that I'm still expecting to go back to normal schedule later on. I feel like as soon as Kinky Boots is behind me, or that Kinky Boots time can become Noémie sewing time, which I'm really excited to have again, because just sad not to sew for myself anymore, but that's how it is. So I'm currently sewing my school case, as you can see, and I haven't been filming the process. I'm mindfully sewing, which is very agreeable, but I needed to interrupt to show you how matchy my elastic is. I have the green, I have the pink, I have the blue. I mean, I know this is a colorful fabric, but I was really very pleased with my elastic and how well it matches. I'm also very pleased with all of the pockets I'm making. I think I'm really going to make the perfect school case. So I'm so excited about this make. So let's keep going. Last line on my pocket, and it's the second time that I have this, and I have rethreaded the whole thing already, but I'm going to rethread it again. That's quite an impressive amount of knots. What's going on? Okay, this is going to be so incredibly beautiful. I'm very excited. You know, I'm a big fan of my edge stitch foot, which is always as hard to say as ever. And I really want to tell you how much I use it for everything. Here I'm top stitching the zipper. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, it is. I also top stitch this with the edge stitch foot. I also do my tags because I realized it's not so easy to make a really straight line that follows the edge really neatly. So everything that needs to follow something straight is with the edge stitch foot, and I'm so happy with it. So very exciting time. My new sewing pouch is done. This is it shut. So you can see it's like just a touch smaller than my previous one, but obviously the massive difference is that it's soft. And also this one has feet, and I can actually feel them through my bag. So when I'm on public transport and I put my bag on my lap, I can feel the feet digging into me. So I will also enjoy this not having feet, and also not losing the extra centimeter here. It's not a lot, but when it's already kind of a big box, it's every centimeter matters. So I will now transfer what's in here, and then afterwards I can finally tidy all of my embroidery stuff that is going to go and live in there. One shoebox wasn't tall enough, but you are now up on 2 shoeboxes and leaning against a mug to lean the right way, if you're wondering all of my secret YouTube tips. And now we're going to move from one box to the other. Those are my chalks, and I'm going to try to put them in the middle. Oh, they're a bit big for the pouches. Okay, it's going to fit in. Nope. Okay, chalks. For later, I might need to sacrifice one. I have 2 white ones in there, so maybe I'm going to put chalks away. Bobbins in here, my thimble in the middle as well. That's going to be so good because the bobbins always shed threads everywhere. So put on this side safety pins. They're really big, because for trying stuff on, you need really big ones. And my clips can go on the other side. I'm a bit annoyed that my choke is not protected. And yet what I can see here is that because of the way this is laid out, I always had things moving from one to the other. So here with my new pouches, everything should stay where it belongs. I'm going to put my needles here. Hand sewing needles as well. This one's in the middle maybe. This one's here. I just leave it in the middle too. Unpicker in the middle. It's already all of the top done. I really don't have that much. Pins. I had this, but I don't think I will take it to school anymore. Like, it doesn't really make sense in this, and maybe I'll try taking it, but might not make sense to keep taking it. And then I have my threads, which I would also like to put in one of those so that I don't have long threads everywhere. I generally have a really big spool of black and white, so those ones are going to have to be in the middle. This is my basting thread. It also doesn't lock in any way, so I like to put it in a pocket so that I don't have thread everywhere. And this is my very thick thread, and it's going to go in here as well. This box died, so I guess not the best option. Well, here it's all button, all that I have left. So actually what this shows me is that there's literally nothing in this box. The only thing that's really missing is my white and black threads that I will need to add. Oh, and my embroidery scissors that are currently in my knitting project. But so, see, this is so empty. This was so much space for all of this here. I'm just worried that this is going to be too exposed, but we'll just try it and see. And these are buttons and poppers that I needed for a class, but I think I don't need to take them with me every week, so it's just going to make sense to just put them in my stash for the future. Oh my god, this is super underwhelming, but this is what it looks like. Oh my god, that's brilliant. I'm not going to have them in there permanently because I use them in my own sewing as well, but the bag with my shears actually fits in here, which means that it's one more thing that doesn't have to be separately in my school bag. So now, instead of having my shears separately, I'm just going to put them like this to take everything to school together. This is quite an improvement. I can't believe I haven't done this sooner. This is going to be so much better for this year. Especially considering that I'm going to be sometimes going to school after work. So I'm going to go to work with my school bag, with some food in the bag, with all of my material. It's going to be so much volume. So having this all fit into this small pouch. It's going to be so great. And now I can finally sort all of this mess. So everything here is embroidery, and that's going to go in the case now. And this weekend I'm seeing my family, and so I'm giving away a lot of those presents. So this, at the end of this weekend, is going to look a lot more neat, which I'm really looking forward to. So I don't know if I'm being overly ambitious. I would like to put all of this into this, and then all of the poppers as well. I would like the colors to be here. I realize I have too many, but also like they're just, those boxes just open in my drawer, which is a pain. But I kind of think even if they're here, okay, they don't fit great. Even if they're here, they might open a little bit less willingly than in my drawer. So even if I can't just pour everything color by color, which is what I was planning on doing originally, but I have too many colors to do that, I think it would still work. So let's see. Okay, you're not quite high enough to see the bottom, but let's try this. I'm going to start with all of the still wrapped sashiko. I think that makes the most sense. Now I feel like the danger is going to be that I'm going to forget that it's there and never do it, which is also not really what I want. I do want to do some sashiko. Okay, this is the one that is already done. Oh my god, is it going to fit? And then all of the threads. Here I have more. I have more coming. I don't know, as I'm doing this, I'm happy that it's all going to be somewhere. I think I'm going to keep, so I had this originally. This is one of the, I don't know if you see, but my school bag, it's a type that comes with this original pocket, with the pocket matching the bag, but then you can buy a contrasting pocket, which I have done. So I have the one that came with the bag originally. And I keep my hoop in there, and I feel like if I have a project on the go, no. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to use the bag for something else. Do you see that I'm just burying all of my things? Okay, if you have a better plan, please do let me know, because as I'm doing this, don't know if I'm fully convinced. Also, oh no, it's too much. I forgot that you can't just go to the top because this sinks a little bit. Okay, that's better. Let's keep trying. Oh, that fits. Okay, okay. Maybe I'm being a bit ambitious, thinking I'm going to put that in as well. It just would have been practical to sort those guys. Maybe I need another storage for this, and accept that everyone can't live together. So maybe I take the DMC, and the DMC comes separately. And the smaller ones that's already open comes in those. That's sashiko, but that's fine. We'll say if it's open, that's big. Does this, like this, makes some sense and some logic? And my sashiko needles, something like this. I mean, it fits, and all of my embroidery is in here. I am repeating myself, but I really feel like I'm just burying it and that I'll never get it out. Well, I'm going to do that for now because I really want it out of the way, and this way it's tidy. It freed out this pouch, so now I have a pouch. Ooh, here we are. Here we are. Okay, the accessories. Oh, okay, that works actually. That works. Now I'm going to try to just put those in, hoping that the case is done. See, I have all of those ones that have already like fallen loose. So little hope that the cases don't just pop open in there. Are they all going to fit? I have quite a few colors. One more. Yay! Oh, it fits! Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, well, that was really good, actually. Everything is tidy. So really... Oh, well, look, I'm pleased. That's what you were standing on, by the way. I'm pretty pleased, so I just need to find where I put those guys.
I don't think that's the best forever solution, but for now, I think it's going to work. And any genius storage idea that doesn't take too much space, because guys, there's this piece of furniture and basically those two things are for Francesca's crochet. I have this, which still has a bit of space, but I mean, it's not super convenient if everything's piled up, so I don't think I can put a ton more in here comfortably. And I have this, which has my iron, and under the scissors here, there's space to put my books. So like this, and I'll actually, now that everything here, it's iron, embroidery, poppers, notions, and so it's going to make more sense to have the scissors in this one. This way it's with my school kit as well. So like this. So any genius plans on how to make this more efficient? Can see not rich on space, but still a bit. So I'm pretty happy. I feel like as a, median stop, I feel like it's an improvement from what we had. Oh my God, an improvement on what we had. It's not perfect, but yeah, a little bit less mess in the office where I had just everything put there. That's better. Okay, and then apparently this kind of got me started on a new let's rejig everything. So we've actually changed everything around the office here. As you might already spot here, this is the couch that used to be in the living room and that I would often film on, and it has now moved to the office. I will try to show you around a little bit. So the desk used to be put this way and the couch wasn't there. We have moved everything around a little bit. That's still on Buy Nothing Brussels to see if someone wants to pick it up. But so what we still want to change from this new layout is have a taller shelf here that I could put all of my sewing things here, because there's still stuff that's in the living room. And if I sew here, so my sewing machine's there waiting for me to sew a cover. It's no longer living in the drawer here. It has now moved over there and it's now out. So the idea is kind of to remove friction and to make it easier to sew in little chunks of time and not to have to spend too long on setting up. So I'm slowly transforming the office into a sewing room. The iron is still kind of the question of where we're going to keep it. But so this is what it looks like now. Basically, I'm thinking of changing this shelf into something much bigger that could accommodate everything that's currently in the living room, and also as soon as this is gone, and also all of the kinky boot stuff, all of the bags there are kinky boot stuff as well. As soon as that will be gone, it's going to look a lot neater already. Basically, for this couch, Francesca really wanted me to get rid of it. It's the biggest thing ever. It's absolutely massive. It takes so much space, and we're going to get something smaller in the living room. I'll show you when it arrives. We're trying to get something secondhand, and people are just not answering on Facebook Marketplace. What's going on? But I was not ready to part with it. As you can see, it's not super practical. The space here is fairly limited between the chair and the couch. It works, but it's not super roomy. I think the plan is at some point to get rid of the couch, but to be honest, it is the most comfortable thing ever. It's so big. I know it's so ridiculously big, but it's so comfortable, and I have it since my student days. And I literally told Fran, I was like, I am not psychologically ready to part with this. I know you want to get rid of it. It's going to probably happen at some point because it's so big and so unpractical, but I'm not ready yet. So she agreed that we would move it in the office for the moment, while I can't part with it, and we're going to have something a bit more convenient in the living room. They don't even do covers for this anymore. Like, on how on Etsy you can find covers for IKEA couches. We're going to do this in the living room to keep stuff a little bit more neat, because the covers we have are a little bit dated now. And this one is so old and so faded, and you can see stains and everything. They don't do covers for this one because it's been out of production for so long. So that just tells you I can't part with it. That's simply as that. I'm not ready to say goodbye. I need my couch. It's so big, it's so comfortable. It's the most comfortable couch ever, but it's the biggest ever as well. Okay guys, so last month we talked about stickers,
and you guys are bold. You are putting stickers where I would never dare to put them, but I'm really taking the inspiration from the comments. I kind of like reread through the comments and I was like, I can do this. I love the idea of putting stickers on magnet if you want to keep them forever. Our fridge is not magnetic and our heating is through the floor, so I don't even have metal heater that I could put anything on, so my magnet space is really limited. So I think I will just put the stickers places. Realistically, yeah, the only thing I can't do that you guys are really brave with is furniture and things that feels more permanent. And it's not that I'm worried about the sticker fading, it's more that I'm worried that if I want to remove it, it's going to leave a mark forever and then I'm going to be sad. But so we are going now to put stickers places. I can do this, and I have decided to, I was really like, what do I do with this? Because I'm not a very sweary person and feeling uncomfortable with this. And I was like, you know what? Like I have my school backpack, I have my small travel backpack, and I have my work backpack. And I was like, I'm just going to stick it on my work backpack. It doesn't matter. No one sees it. I go to work with it. I drop it in the back room and then I go home. On my work backpack, I also have this patch that has been on here, I'm not joking, for probably 10 years. And as you can see, I have sewed it on very badly because the concept of using my iron and properly like ironing it on felt too permanent and too stressful. I know. And I'm like, dude, this looks so bad. This has been on here for 10 years. I'm going to unpick the ugly stitching and I'm going to give him a friend and we are going to iron them on because you only live once and you guys said I could do this, so I will.
The glue was actually dead in that one. I guess that's what you get for waiting 10 years to use a patch. So I sewed it on with an applique stitch, but I think it's still neater than the very unmatching thread I had 10 years ago, and this one is ironed on. Look at me ironing things on, committing. So this is my bag now. So this is me, arrived a little bit early at work. I am working on making this t-shirt on the Overlocker. It's part of my Overlocker training, trying to become a pro at overlocking. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I am testing the unpicking method that we are teaching in our classes. So yeah, unpicking, fun times, but it had to be done. I wasn't very happy with how I sewed my neckband. And as this is going to be the t-shirt that's shown as an example in class, I didn't want the finishing to not be nice. And I want to look inside and think, Noémie made this. So I corrected it and unpicked the whole thing. And I confirmed the unpicking method works, but it's still a little bit tedious. And a very quick note from this week. Yes, this is the worst light ever. We're just going to roll with it. We received some samples, some swatches this week. And it's so tempting. If there's one thing that's worse than a fabric store full of fabrics, it's receiving the samples. So it's like those big catalog of everything. All the colors of fabric comes in and oh my God, you want them all. There's something about seeing the bundle that's so appealing. So yeah, just wanted to share the small joy of samples. Oh my God, such a delight and such a fun thing. I had not even thought about before working in a fabric store, but that's a good one. I just wanted to pick up my camera to say live that my shirt making class has just been sold out. Yay! I just need to finish the shirt for the class, so no pressure now that it's sold out. I still have, I believe, over 2 weeks to get it ready, so I'll be fine. But yeah, just wanted to celebrate that my shirt class is sold out. Just wanted to share that little piece of news. And I can't show you now, but I'll give you a sneak peek. We have done some changes in the room here. So as you can see, we've changed the Kallax into a Belgian style vintage piece of furniture. There we have a second-hand IKEA couch that everyone has, and we have a new cover coming for it. We also have a new cover coming for this thing because, as you can see, I mean, I'm trying not to show it in the videos because I always feel so annoyed about it. This is bleach. I tried to clean a tiny oil mark out of this when the couch was like 6 months old, and I made a stain trying to clean it. And so now we have this disgusting looking white stain on the couch since forever. So we have a new cover coming for that too. The chair in the corner is still trying to find a new home, so it's staying there for now. That's my dog. He's still alive, I swear. And then let's go to the office. Yeah, it's a mess in the kitchen. Let's go to the office. I will do a proper tour once everything is finished. Actually, can quickly show you, we have a new print on our wall. This is one that we got from Japan. It's cute, makes me very happy to have a little Japan souvenir here. Okay, let's go in the office. It's not super neat yet. This is sneak peek for my fabric haul. Don't look. This is my kinky boots to-do list. And so what's happened, you already saw when we changed and put the desk, but no, what happened is that my drawer, which had my projects, is now gone in this corner. And now we have an additional bookshelf here that holds kind of everything. I'll show you when the light is better. And at the moment, there's this mirror here, but I'm hoping to have something a bit nicer also because, I mean, showing you, this is where my face is, so I actually can't see my face anymore in the mirror. Like, it's just a little bit too low because before it was on the drawer, which is now there, and which is now Francesca's gaming station. There's still all of my fabrics and stuff in there. So fabrics, yarn, more fabrics, projector, so that's still there. But yeah, that's my little desk. Okay, it's messy, I know, but I'm so happy with the new layout of the office. And as soon as there's nice light, I'm showing you around and showing you how it is now. I'm very happy with the changes, and I already have all of my fabrics for the month. You are hearing the plural anyway, you can see with your own eyes that there might be more than one there. But I'll explain. Let's not jump to conclusion. I will explain. Okay, let's sit together and conclude this month together. I have quite a few things I want to talk about with you guys. I know someone's going to ask, so this is my Lazy Cat cardigan, which I have knitted in Drops Air, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So Lazy Cat cardigan. Underneath is the Noah shirt from the fabric store. It used to be a free pattern. It's no longer a free pattern. I have made a whole series about shirts if you want to know more about this. And the fabric is a cotton satin from the fabric store where I work. I have lots of things to chat about, so I'll just get cracking. I'm taking my notes. Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. And I want to address, I have such a nasty cold, so we can't fix my red nose. I mean, I'm putting foundation onto it, but it's just staying red because every time I blow my nose, it gets red. So we're just going to ignore how congested I feel and how red my nose is. That's just how it is and how we ending the month. I was at a theme park with my godson on Sunday this week now. So we're Wednesday today. And we were at the theme park, and basically what he really wanted to do was the water rides. They conveniently had no queue because, you know what, no one's crazy enough to do water rides in this weather. So we did a river ride where you are on a big buoy on a big canoe type of thing with other people, and you get splashed all around. You know, they kind of like put you in fake currents, and that
basically makes you wet, and then we did a ride that is basically throwing you in water. So we got pretty wet. We did each twice, the river one and the big jump in water one. We did each twice, so we were pretty wet by the end, and it was such a cold day, and I was like, I'm going to die of pneumonia. I survived. He was really happy, so I was happy we could do this for him. And we had kind of told him, like, when we do the water rides, it's the end of the day, because after that I'm not staying wet all day in the park. And I had taken a change of tops and socks with me, but I should really have taken a change of pants because my jeans were fully soaked, and also like my shoes were fully soaked. So even though I changed my socks, it didn't really make me less cold and less wet. First thing first, just wanted to quickly show you my first overlocked project. So this is the t-shirt I have made for the shop, so it stays in the store, and this way when people register for the t-shirt workshop they can see the t-shirt they would make with us. And so this is my first fully overlocked project. Just wanted to show you because I'm proud of it, and I now can use an overlocker. I can thread it and everything, so it's kind of cool. I have one fabric where I have a voiceover I've done in the store, so I'll quickly put that now. Guys, I am this close from getting this as my fabric of the month. It's a French terry, but now I don't know. I'm not sure. I kind of want a cozy something like a sweatshirt, but I don't know, I really liked it when I cut it for a client, and that's why I've been thinking about it since, and I thought I wanted that one, but no, I don't know. And I simply never gave an update on that fabric, and the update is that I ended up not taking it because I wanted something thicker. This is a French terry, so this is not as thick as a sweatshirt material would be, and I think what I was after was something really, really cozy, and this felt too thin for the coziness level I was after. I still really like looking at it now. I still really like the print, but I wanted more cozy. Okay, and then the rest, it's always difficult, like if there's colleagues around, clients around. I didn't film voiceovers, so I just filmed them, and sometimes I go too fast over them, so I will put them on loop when I speak about them. I will try to find a better way, like really I need to be able to chat, that's how it, but yeah, I'll see how I can make this better in the future. I also have so many fabrics I wanted to show this month because it's new, because lots of them are new to me and cool, but hopefully as time goes it's going to be only the new fabrics that are coming into the store, so it should be fine. But first, I was so in love with those jeans. This is jeans fabric, like this is denim with a silver coating, and I was cutting this for a client online, and I was like, this is absolutely brilliant. Like I really want to see the pair of jeans that comes out of this. And then in the cottons, this fabric, my god, I love red, I love blue, I love flowers. Like this, I was so tempted. I don't know what I would make out of this, but again, I was cutting this for someone and I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. I really, really like this. It has a beautiful drape and a beautiful weight to it. Another fabric, this one I was this close to buying. This is kind of like esoterical print, and the reason why I didn't get it, it's quite thin, which I didn't mind, but it's not quite white, it's cream, and I think that cream on me, on my pale face, it just makes me blend too much in the background, and I thought it wouldn't really work on my face. We used to have the fabric in black, that was before I joined the store, and I think in black with the golden brown patterns that would have been perfect. But so just wanted to show you because I really, really like the print, but sadly I don't think this one is for me. I think I'm too pale to wear this fabric specifically. It's still a cotton, but it's very drapey and very comfortable. Then I'm taking you quickly to see the jerseys because Francesca has been asking me to make her a second jersey dress like the one you've seen me make during the summer for her, the one that looks like a Cézanne dress. And first she saw this red fabric with the daisies on it. You will see she has her fabric now, and it's none of those ones, it's another one. But so really like this red ones with the daisy. I really like this other one with flower, and the one I'm pulling now here with flowers that look a bit like drawn on in a pastel way. I really liked it. and just wanted to show you. Now I have the more childish prints. There's these space ones and also those little foxes, and I just don't need so many pairs of pajamas, and I think they're a little bit too childish for me to wear day to day, but I just wanted to appreciate them for a second. Every time I look at them I'm like, oh, they're so cute. But honestly, I can't have so many pairs of pajamas. Back in the cottons, I wanted to show you this one, which is, I mean, I think you can see exactly my colors, exactly the type of fabrics I would like. It's very thin as well and very comfortable. Now we're cutting to another day, and I'm showing you the order I'm cutting for someone who clearly likes cats a lot, because for this person I cut the 3 fabrics that are all cats and flowers, and I thought it was a brilliant order to have everything cats and everything flowers. Again, something I was cutting for a client. This is a denim with a faux borrow style on it. So if you know the Japanese sashiko embroidery, you can use this embroidery to do borrow repairs on, for example, jeans, but on other things as well. And so it's that stitch that you do to repair and make your jeans stronger. And so this fabric is inspired by that, and I have to say I've been really eyeing it. Now, for a reason I will mention in just a little bit, I don't want to make pants at the moment. So I decided not for me, but I still wanted to show it here to show my appreciation for the beautiful, beautiful borrow denim. Then we have a jersey, which I thought was absolutely gorgeous. By the way, also a note, I need to talk about jersey later on. It's good I'm saying all of this to remember everything I want to ask. But so this jersey I was cutting for an online order, and I was like, it's so beautiful. Blue and flowers, you can see there's a theme. And I'm sorry for the theme, it's not done on purpose, but this blue and flowers, exactly what I like as well. I'm really thinking of making a 90s style skirt with a slit, and I'm thinking that fabric would be perfect for that. This is a viscose as well, so it would drape really nicely. It's exactly my shade of blue, you know, like it's not quite periwinkle, but it's leaning towards that shade, and I think it's exactly the type of blue I would love. And this one, I mean, I don't have a use for so many fabrics, also I have to choose, but I just wanted to point it out because those colors again are very, very me, and in the viscose I was like, okay, pretty, leaving it behind. Here, sneak peek, but you will see maybe this fabric in my haul. And I just wanted to show you because this is the other colorway, and as much as the first colorway looks exactly like Francesca, I was like, this second colorway looks like me. Now I don't want us to be matchy-matchy, so I'm not getting it, but just also honorable mention because this one looked quite good. Now I have 2 photos I still wanted to quickly show you because I was cutting this for a client and I was like, gosh, this is beautiful. I recommended this one to her because she's a teacher. She wanted something that's not too crazy and too patterned, and I find that this one, because the pattern is so subtle, navy on black, from far away it almost looks like she doesn't have anything on, but then when you see closer you see that she has a really cool pattern on, and she really loved this recommendation, so I was really happy that she liked it. But also I thought, okay, one more to show you guys. I promise I will do at some point a tour of all of our Japanese fabrics. It's just I need time and I don't know when that's going to happen, but I will do it. Last 2 fabrics, I wanted to show this viscose with the birds, again, like the blue and red. I really love a vibrant red, so I really liked that one. And the other one, it's not Liberty. I know that some people think it's a Liberty, but it's actually one of our Japanese fabrics, and we have some Japanese fabrics that have a real Liberty feel to them without the Liberty price. This fabric was also special and I thought I'd show it to you, but honestly, in those Japanese Liberty feeling fabrics, there's so many. I will at some point need to show them all to you. And then this morning I filmed again a couple of clips because Christmas is arriving at the store, so we have those little crochet bowls where you can make a little amigurumi afterwards. So I thought those are really cute for a little stocking stuffer. And then we have those kits where you can make a top or a skirt from Clematis Patterns and My Dress Made. I've already made a dress from Clematis and I really liked it, so I thought it's very sweet because obviously when you have some people who come to get you a sewing present, they don't always know what to get you, and so I think those kits which have the right amount of fabrics and the patterns in and everything are quite nice. And finally, it's also the season for all the felting kits, so just quickly showing you the foxes, and here the mushrooms, they're so cute. So you can really see it's quite exciting because are coming in, all the stocking fillers and all the cute crafty presents. So I was very excited to see all of those at the store. Okay, taking back topics I've quickly touched on. I don't feel like sewing pens at the moment. It's a bit random and just put it in my notes. I'm sorry, I'm sharing this. I am changing sizes at the moment and I find it very hard to make myself make pens when I know my size is changing constantly. I mean, I could obviously make some that are adjustable, but sometimes you want a nice pair of pens that's nicely fitted, and it's such a pain and it's so discouraging when you change size all the time and it's just, you know, they're not going to fit in a few months. I bought a few secondhand pairs of pens. Again, I'll show you that in a second. In the haul that I'll do in that room here. Yeah, I bought really cheap pens on Vinted, so which is a secondhand clothing platform. Because thinking of making pens and then not fitting and everything, oh my god, it's such a pain. Like, I don't really have a grand thing to say. Just wanted to share that I'm always the person who's like, make the pens, don't wait to be smaller than you are, don't wait to be prettier than you are. I don't know, like, I feel like people have those hang-ups with pens when it's like, I can make them once I'm the perfect person I want to be. And this is not what I have. I think I'm fine. Like, I don't care about what, like, I think my body looks fine, you know, that's not the issue. It's just that the work it takes to make pens, it's very difficult to make myself do this work knowing that it might not fit in a little bit, and also making a block that's not going to fit. I don't know. I just wanted to share the pain of changing sizes a lot and not knowing what to do with pens and not feeling like making them. Now, a question I have, actually I have two questions. A question I have is, do you know of any patterns that are for knit tops? Because I realize all the knit patterns I have that are for knit tops, they're basically t-shirts. And now that I work in a store where we have so many pretty jerseys that are printed and fun, and I do love a good print, and I feel like with the jersey tops I could have something that looks nice and like more polished than a t-shirt, especially if it's in a nice print. But yeah, I feel like all of my patterns are either a t-shirt or a blouse in a woven fabric. And I was wondering if any of you have like some tried and tested, some patterns you love. Like, obviously I can also look it up myself, but just if you have something you already like and that you can recommend, please let me know. I'm very curious to know like what you guys like in the jersey, blousey looking, like jersey tops, like not a t-shirt, jersey tops department. Because with all of the jersey offering that we have now in the store, I have to say I've been kind of hoping to find that sort of patterns. So that's on my radar. I have another question and then we'll change room. And the question is, if you guys make the sashiko little sampler, like the sashiko embroidery that are on those small blue cloth and that are pre-drawn for you, and then you put it in water or with a little bit of iron and that the drawing leaves, you see the ones. What do you do with them? What do you do with all of the little pieces of cloth once you have finished? Milo's snoring behind me. I do not like having it wasted. Like, I don't like being like, oh cool, I've made my sashiko, like now it can go in the bin. I don't know, like I don't really know what I would do with it. At the moment, the only thing I can think of is to gather them to eventually make a quilt out of them, like put them in a patchwork and make some sorts of quilt. So if someone here makes a lot of sashiko and has a use for all the little sashiko embroideries that they do, please let me know, because I'm really unsure about what to do. I don't want the work to go to waste, but also at the moment I'm almost reluctant to make more because I'm adding to my problem of like, what do I make with those afterwards? I think they're too small to make like a pouch out of. Like, maybe I put them on a tote bag, but again, like how many tote bags does one person need? So I'm just putting it out there. If someone has a magical solution for me. Also, when we were in Japan, when we were at the ANU museum, we did a little embroidery, which is very sweet, but like they said, it's a coaster. I don't need two random coasters, so I was thinking, can I do something with them as well? I guess whatever solution you are thinking of for the Sashiko sampler, it might also work for my little embroidered coasters. But so, yeah. What do I make with those? Because right now I do not dare to make more because I don't know what I will do with them. And I feel like if I know what I'm going to do with them, it might influence my color choices as well. So yeah, do you have any idea? Please let me know. And let's change room. Okay, here we are in the office. So first I wanted to chat about all of the change that have happened around me. I'm going to chat now quickly about all of the changes that have arrived around me. One of the big issues is that now I have lost the little drawer I had here and that I would put my camera on to film, which was like my prime filming spot, and that now I have lost. So I'm going to have to see, like, now you're on a stool and a couple of books. You are on the complete trilogy of 1Q84 and the Amber Spyglass, if you are wondering what you're standing on. That's the two books. They're both quite chunky, so they're nice to keep you propped up. I will quickly show you around the room here. I know I already showed you when it was the evening, but now I can probably show you in the daylight, even though it's so dark today. I don't know how much better it's going to be than just the evening, but I'll quickly show you now.
You know, I really felt like I had to film this in the daytime. Hello, my little big stretch. To show this properly, but because I have to draw the curtains, otherwise you literally see my neighbors. I don't know, I'll go quick because now I feel like you can see everything. So this is Milo, my camera charger charging. This is the way the vacuum cleaner lives. I don't know if you've noticed, this is where it lives. It doesn't really bother me. We don't have a place where we can really have it hanging and charge it at the same time. It's fine. It's really a fine place. It's half under the couch, so it doesn't bother me at all. I do move it when I film though, because I don't think it looks really good in videos. This is my kinky boot pile. Honestly, it's not much smaller because I worked on it. It's smaller because I now have an assistant who's been helping me making things. The show is literally in 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. And yeah, this, don't want to think about it. So the couch is getting slowly freed up so that we can have it as a couch again. My camera's on there now because I just filmed. So while this is charging, the camera's waiting to show you where it's going to live otherwise. So basically what we changed, I don't have a, almost fold on the charger. It's all good. I survived. Okay, Milo, not to panic. I survived. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So let's go back and start again. I don't have a before for a good before and after, which is really annoying, but you'll have to remember that basically what we had was a small kallax here that was mint green, and the desk was put the other way around and the couch wasn't there. My drawer, which is now there, was there, and this is a new shelf. So now, basically, I wanted something more convenient because in the kallax, I find that you can't put that much. I had here the furniture that had my pile of books and everything, and it just wasn't very convenient. So now all of my books are living here, which makes a lot more sense. So all of my patterning books, stuff for school. I have books there that are my kind of TBR. So this is my physical TBR. I also have books on my Kindles I want to get to, notebooks. These are my new pouches, so my school one, my zipper ones, and all of my meters, rulers, set squares, all the jazz. At the top, this is my embroidery stuff, my poppers, pliers, and my bag, my suit bag, and my strawberry. I have a big strawberry, as you do. If you open this, so I think it's kind of convenient. It allows to show the pretty things, and the less pretty things we can hide. I have my iron, and then the right side here, so the shelf and a half here is Francesca's stuff, so she's also allowed a bit of space in this house. And then here I have now my painting stuff and bits and bobs, and the camera goes there normally, so now it's taking a lot less space, because before the camera was taking one of those boxes, but you can see it's a lot of wasted space. So I have kept the two drawers. This is kinky boot stuff there. It's going to move. The only kallax which is staying in is the one, and basically The drawers I have not changed the top. The top is still the same. And on the bottom, I have few bits and bobs that are still easier to have in a drawer than in something else. Here I have spare lycra and spare lingerie fabric. This is my new place to put my work in projects because progress, oh my god, I can't speak anymore. I swear, being congested makes your brain melt. Work in progress, because before they were behind me on my little drawer, but because the drawer is now, you will see a gaming station over there. I just wanted a place to be able to put my work in progress so they don't end up on the couch like those ones. So this is actually quite good. This is my knitting bag, and this is works in progress. Kind of, you can see that if you wear there in summer, those are the ones I cut. I still haven't been brave enough to sew them. So works in progress are there. These are my paper patterns that I still have. And yeah, I'm not sure how this collection is going to go. I'm using a projector so much at the moment, but I always resent it. By the way, I have those friends. I have those since I'm in uni. This guy I got for my exchange in Exeter. This is where I did my Erasmus, and as you might know, I was a cheerleader at uni, so I have those guys. I have a Sarah Bobo that my previous boss got me when I started my new sewing studies, and just to wish me luck in my studies and work endeavors. And those are the Fortune I got in Japan. So this one, don't know what it was anymore. This one said that I would get popular. So those are my Fortune, Sarah Bobos, and little Lego figurines. Moving on to the desk, which is a bit of a mess, but we have my sewing machine, the shirt I'm working on, my Victorian stays. I'm trying to make a video about them, but I feel like it's so underwhelming. I feel like people are going to get so excited, but they literally made out of calico, so it's not like it's super exciting, but I still feel like maybe they'll end up in a video. I'll see. Generally, schoolwork thing, school bag. More things. And this is my drawer. So my drawer still has my fabric, my projector, and everything in it. Oh my god, I feel like I've shown you this already. I apologize, I'm going fast. Francesca's gaming station in front of my couch, which we are never getting rid of. This is where the yoga mats are staying, next to the couch. And then as soon as I had my couch there, wait, I'll go a bit further. As soon as I had my couch there, I knew that I wanted some sort of shelf above it to kind of, dress the space. It felt very big up there. So now we have a shelf that has a little fake plant, a notebook that a friend gave me that's just to create a bit of color, and then a little dancer that I've had for ages. Next to the couch is wrapping papers and tracing papers, and my cutting mat and my watercolor mat. And basically, that is it. There's still the mirror that's now too small and that I need to organize somehow. The dog, and that is a third door now for the Billy because it arrived broken. That was actually quite a funny story. We arrived at IKEA, we bought a Billy, we bought the doors, we went to your car, and maybe call me foolish, but I never had a car where you couldn't put down the passenger seat. You just put it down like this and then you can put your bookshelves. And the car we had rented did not put the things down. But so in short, we had to go back with our furniture into the IKEA to ask them to deliver them to us. And they delivered within the day. It was super fast and super crazy. But so one of the door arrived broken, I think, in the transporter. It's a little bit hectic. So that was us going to IKEA and coming back without our furniture, but it's good because in the end we also went to pick up the couch, and I don't know if we would have had enough space in our small rent car with the Billy and the couch in the car. So I'll still have to show you when we get the covers for the two couches. I'll show you that as soon as they arrive, but that's the situation for now. So I think it's time for the haul. I know I said I would get one fabric a month, but I can explain. Let me explain. Let's start by the top.
And just hear me out, don't get upset. Even my accountability buddy, you will see, I think everything is justifiable. First, this I bought, I just thought I'd show you, but this I bought in September, so it doesn't count as my October purchase, but this is a cotton satin to make a shirt in. And I think if you remember, if you are on Instagram, there was a vote on Instagram, and it was quite tight between yes, do keep the blue because Noémie is always blue, and no, time to try something new. And people said maybe you can try something new, so I decided to try something new, and Marluz said buy both, but I'm trying to be reasonable, so I didn't buy both, but I just got the black one. Then, as I said, I have bought two second-hand pair of jeans, and one of them has embroidered flowers on them. They're a bit old, like they're clearly a bit faded, but I thought that would be fine. And they had a massive hole in the knee, as you can see, and I've already patched the hole, and now I want to fully cover it with sashiko embroidery to do a borrow repair, like I have been talking for the jeans you saw just earlier. And so I was thinking, I'm literally working in a place that is showing Japanese embroidery and everything, so I think it would be the right workplace. I just don't know if they look a bit too worn, I'll have to see, but I thought working in a shop that sells sashiko thread might be fine to wear something that has some borrow mending onto it. I'll have to see. Then I have this jersey. I have bought this to make Francesca in another jersey dress, like the first one I made for her. And then after I bought this fabric, she was like, oh, but actually I want long sleeves for it. So I bought more of the same fabric because I'm not going to be able to squeeze sleeves out of the first cut. I could barely squeeze the dress into the fabric last time, so I took a little bit more this time, but still like not a lot. This is super soft. This jersey has a really nice hand feel to it, so I can't wait to work with that. But Francesca knows that it's going to have to be when I have time. Like at the moment, life is intense and busy, so when I can, I'm making her the dress. Still hopefully like somewhere in the winter, because I'm making her, I believe, a turtleneck version with long sleeves. And I think turtleneck. I'll see what she wants, I'll confirm, but definitely long sleeves. And so obviously if I finish it in the spring, there's no point, but yeah. I hope that I can make that early enough that she can wear it, you know, in the season I make it. So the first fabric doesn't count because it was last month. This doesn't count because it's jeans. This doesn't count because it's for Francesca. I mean, it's not like my fabric for me, like I bought it, but it doesn't count. We all agree. This doesn't count because it is for a specific project I'm doing as a partnership with a brand, so it can't count either. I was like, do I make the rules? I guess I make the rules, but like I think you agree that like I had to buy a pointel. I'm not sure you say it in English, pointel fabric. I think that's how you would say. So I originally was like, well, the project is only in a little while, I'll buy the pointel later on. But then my boss was like, if you need to make that in the winter, I don't buy new pointel before the summer, because pointel is a summer fabric, so like spring summer. So I was like, I need to make this literally like in January. So I bought the pointel now just because I didn't want to risk us being out of stock and then not knowing what to do. So I have pointel. So this is what it looks like. So this is a, sorry, the color keeps going totally crazy. So this is a knit with a little drawing into it. And I'm not telling you any more about this project because you'll have to wait and see. Again, a fabric that doesn't count. This is for my godson. I'm making this, I mean, it was his birthday just now when we went to the theme park, but there was no way I was making the top for his birthday, so I think it's going to be added to his Christmas present. Like I know that children do not want to get a t-shirt for Christmas, so I will get him a book or whatever with it, but this is the fabric that I got to make him a t-shirt. And I wanted to make one of those t-shirts that is a short sleeves t-shirt
in the print and then has long sleeves underneath that are in a plain fabric. I think that looks quite cool, and as you can see, this is manga themed, so it's reminiscence of our trip to Japan and mangas, which are cool. So, and obviously it's the little darumas, which I find so cute. So I think he's going to like this. I think this is going to be his jam. I was considering if this fabric was my one fabric of the month or not, and I don't know, I bought this fabric, again I'll film a close-up, I bought this fabric to make a jacket for my little sister, because I really don't wear anything formal or even like relatively fancy, like I just don't wear that type of things. But when I saw the fabric coming into the store, I really loved it. Like I was really drawn to it. I thought it looked really lovely. It's, as you can see, rainbow, but also just very plain at the same time, like plain from far away, very neutral, and then you come close and it's a rainbow. I think it looks great. I really loved the same one, but on a baby pink or baby blue base. But when I showed them to my little sister, she was like, well, it's not super wearable, which I understand. So I got her the like beige base with the rainbow on it. And I was just like, I saw this and I was like, this looks like a Chanel fabric and this feels so fancy and this is very exciting and I want to make something fancy. I think after Kinky Boots, I want to make something where I can take the time and make it well and pour my heart and soul into it. Because with the show that goes on stage, everything has to be a bit rushed. And so I was like, this is going to be my post Kinky Boots project. And so I have found a blazer pattern that I'm going to make into this. Again, probably a January project, because in December, like, so Kinky Boots end of November, but in December I will have exams and everything, and then we're going overseas for the festive season. So I think it's going to be a January project, but I'm very excited to make something nice and make a Chanel looking jacket. I think it's going to be lovely. But so this is again not for me. I do count it a little bit like my fabric of the month because it's definitely something I wanted to do. My little sister did not ask for a jacket. I kind of contacted her and I was like, what about I make you something in this? Would you agree? So originally I bought what I'm going to show you now as my one fabric of the month, but it's not a fabric, you'll see. And I think this counts a little bit of as my fabric. Oh, sorry. So I feel like this counts half as my fabric, but then half not. It's still not for me. Like you can see, I didn't buy, well, the yellow one is going to be a garment for me. Oh, and the shirt, the first one. But I'm buying lots of stuff for other people. I don't know where that puts us on the scale. In any case, reminding everyone of the rules, I think buying stuff I was planning to buy is fine. It's more like spur of the moment, inspired by the store, stuff I didn't need that I'm limiting at 1 month. And this truly feels like spur of the moment inspired by the store. I saw the fabric and I created the project for fabric. So this is definitely my fabric of the month. Let's face it, let's be honest. I also bought this. This is an embroidery kit from DMC. And I thought it looked beautiful. I just thought the colors were really beautiful. I was really thinking, do you need a kit? Because obviously I have some threads, but I was looking at the threads here at the back and I was like, this is absolutely not the color of threads I have here at home because everything I have is pastel. So I thought if I want to recreate something like this, it is going to be easier to do it with the right threads. So I decided to get the kit. Is it partly because now I work in a fabric store, I spend my whole day seeing those things and they are more accessible to me? Probably I wouldn't have bought this in my previous life. So this is it. Is there one of the fabric here or the embroidery kit that you find particularly exciting? Or the jeans, the embroidered jeans also count. Is there something here that you find particularly exciting and that you're excited to see in action? Have you bought any cool fabrics this month? If you did, let me know in the comments, especially what you're going to do with it, because you see I can't see the fabric. Or you have to come on our Discord and drop us a picture. Feel free to do so. I hope you had a good time crafting, cooking, cleaning, whatever you were doing. I want to thank Diane from Seems Like a Good Idea.
And it's a very clever name because it seems like seams and not like seams. So thank you so much, Diane. Thank you so much for tipping me a coffee. That is immensely appreciated. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget that you can make anything. Bye.